but I want to be friends with someone that's into like I want to be friends with Kel because I want to know. I want to know. I want him to be like, yo, one time I was on Keenan Kel and Dan Schneider.
Yeah.
Trying to tickle my booty, you know what I mean? I'm gonna get the exclusives, guys. We got the exclusives on ABOV The Multiverse.
He's trying to tickle my booty. He's trying to grab a hand, check her ass.
He said, you want a good burger too? Damn, he ain't never gonna be our friend now.
Give me that energy. I need that energy. Hey, give me that energy. I need that energy. Hey, give me that energy. I need that energy. Hey, give me that energy. I need that energy.
That's what it is, ladies and gentlemen, and aliens all around the world who are watching this. We're back again. It's been a little break, been a little while, but we're back, man. Last time we were here, we're talking about Dune 2.
Yeah. You know what's crazy?
Go ahead.
Oh,
I was gonna say this time I just want to let you guys know up front what we're gonna be talking about today. All right, X-Men '97, Invincible, season 2, episode 6 and 5 because we didn't talk about episode 5 either.
Yeah.
And then also the Black Panther Captain America trailer.
Oh yeah,
that shit looks crazy.
Yeah.
There's some new stuff. So yeah, we can get into it. But go ahead.
Nah, I was just gonna say for everybody that we've been in limbo since Dune. It's okay because we got a bunch of crap that just popped up.
Oh my god, dude!
A lot.
It's been so much. It's been so much. It's been so much.
What he just said, X-Men. You know what I'm saying? And then we got Invincible, and then we got. I think, me personally, I've been watching The Gentleman that I'm going to suggest to y'all. Okay. And freaking Roadhouse just dropped. I haven't seen that yet.
Just dropped. Conor McGregor's debut movie. Ricky
Snitsky. It's a lot of good stuff happening. And I also went to go see the American Society for Black Magical Negroes.
Oh yeah. I heard that wasn't that good.
It was.
Okay.
But I've seen a lot of things in the time that we saw Dune and we've been chilling. So
bro, we got jam-packed
right now. We got jam-packed right now.
You know us, but let's get right into it. Oh well, first off, welcome to another episode of ABOV The Multiverse. I'm Adrian.
Avery Harden, you feel me?
Yeah. Okay. So check this out, guys. Okay, let's get right into it because the best thing that happened is. The X-Men are finally in the MCU, bro. Yeah. And it's so fucking good, dude. It's so good. Oh my god, it's so good. Yeah. Like I already watched it twice and I watched the breakdowns of it. It's so good, dude.
I had to catch up on everything. But you know what's crazy, everybody? If you want to, you can, but if not, if you watch the live action ones like X-Men and like
the
Logan,
live action ones not
you get it, but I feel like they have to know what happened at the end of the '97 one.
Yeah,
but you kind of understand.
You just gotta know that
and X-Men, Magneto and Xavier are homies, and then Magneto hates these humans, but Xavier,
which is like the story and everything, right?
So
it's like, that's
if
always
you
the story.
know that, you could just jump right in, low key. Like you could just jump right in, just to let you know if you're not gonna watch the past. Xavier is pronounced
dead. Like, right? Like they think he's dead. He was about to die at the last episode of the '97 show, right?
Yeah.
So
which I didn't know. I had to go and
watch it. Watch
because I didn't. Me personally, shout out to Dre, but me personally, I didn't grow up watching X-Men. I think I did, but it wasn't like I didn't watch every episode. I wasn't
like
an avid X-Men.
We were 5 years old when the series ended.
Oh, word?
You know, it came out in '92, which was when I was born.
Oh, okay.
And then it went till '97. So like I was 5 years old when it ended.
I honestly feel like, bro, like whoever had like the time where like shows come out at this point in time, like we had it for Disney Channel and Nickelodeon.
Ooh,
which is
yeah, we're gonna talk about Nickelodeon too, bro. Because
my god,
yeah, I watched all 4 episodes in one night, dude. That shit was crazy. So, shout out Drake Bell.
Yeah, jeez, Louise, man, that's crazy.
All right, anyway, we'll get to that. That'll be at the end of the episode, bro. We can't talk about this. Oh my god.
But in our age group, like Disney Channel and Nickelodeon, and we are artists too. So like BET, 106 and Park, like we those shows would come out, and we would sit and wait for them to come out. So I'm pretty sure X-Men was the same.
Sure, 106. That's funny. I didn't even think about 106 Park. I literally would like come home and wait for TRL and 106 and Park to come out.
Exactly. So I'm pretty sure for the early 90s, late 80s, people would come home and be like, okay, this episode's coming out. Like, you know what I mean?
If you were born in the 80s, you definitely grew up on the X-Men.
Yeah, and I wish I did because I wasn't. But you know, and I just got a super refresher of X-Men because I didn't even watch the live action. But anyways, I had to say, you should probably do your research a little bit and then watch it, because this, I'm not gonna lie, these 2 episodes, I was blown away. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, yo, this is actually a really good storyline right now.
So good.
Shout out Magneto, man.
Okay,
I rock with
Magneto has always been one of my favorite characters. I always think like, man, like if I have powers, like Magneto's powers are like some of the best powers.
Yeah,
like,
and he's just such a G.
He is such a gangster. He's a G. It's crazy,
like okay, let me tell y'all something real quick. So Magneto in the live action X-Men
is not as crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this X-Men,
but the young Magneto is pretty dope.
Oh yeah.
And like when he's young.
Yeah. But I mean, this Magneto, I'm like,
this
I
Magneto
rock
is
with this
fucking
dude,
crazy.
and I'm like, yeah, I hear it.
I mean, in the live action one, when they kill his wife and daughter, and then he uses like the I think it's like a coin, and he kills everyone with the coin. That's pretty dope. But like he's just insane, man. Magneto's ridiculously powerful. But yeah, this show is crazy. I think the best thing that they did was, and I keep seeing it on Twitter, right? Because the one thing is, you're gonna know on Twitter, like my whole Twitter is all Marvel shit, right? So Marvel and UFC stuff. So you see people talking about Marvel and X-Men and stuff, and I even follow some people that are like, I know are like right wing fucking, it's going woke kind of shit, right? Mm-hmm. And even they're loving X-Men 97, mm-hmm. right? They're loving this shit. And so the biggest thing that I think that I took away from it is, dude, Cyclops, bro, is so fucking sick. I've always thought Cyclops, I was like, dude, he's cool, but like it's kind of a lame power, just but he shoots lasers out of his eyes, you know what I mean? But this, in the first episode, when he's like using his lasers to like slide across the room, that was one of the best. I've never seen that. And then when he's falling out of the sky and like everyone's getting saved, and then he just is like, oh, don't worry about it, and he just fucking uses his lasers to cushion his fall.
Yeah, crazy.
Like, that was crazy, dude.
Crazy,
the action in this is insane, dude. Storm.
Storm. That's what I'm saying. Storm is OP.
Oh yeah, she's an Omega level mutant.
Yeah,
she's like one of the strongest mutants.
I was looking at it, I was like, everybody's stopping her, and then boy, you know, did what he did.
Yeah.
But it's like, damn, bro, like
which is a good twist, because like you don't think like it's like Storm is so powerful. You're like, oh, there's nothing that can affect, like that's gonna get her. But then the way that it ended, how Storm doesn't have powers anymore, you're like, oh shit, that's crazy. But dude, when she lands and she's like, the lightning is making the sand glass, and then she uses the storm to break all the glass and to fucking attack all the sentinels, and then the sky opens up and there's light from it, and then all the sentinels just fall. Like, it was crazy, dude. It was so crazy. Gambit charging up Wolverine's like fucking
was crazy. Right in his back paws. That was crazy. Dog. I was like, oh shit, that's pretty cool.
The action in this is insane. Like, it's the best I've seen of the X-Men. Right? It's like you see the X-Men, and you're like, oh, they're cool, they're dope, but like you're really seeing like the full extent of like how powerful they really are and stuff. Even Bishop like taking all the charges and then being like, and then shooting them back.
Yeah,
like,
that's just crazy.
Man, it's so dope. Every character is so dope on this one. Morph,
dude,
Morph is sick. Like he could just change into anybody and just use their powers. Like he's crazy.
Also, did you see the thing? It's really subtle. I'm probably sure new Rockstars is gonna talk about it.
When Jean Grey straddles the camera.
No.
Because I'm about that.
No.
Rogue. Sorry.
Because you were talking about woke. Morph.
That he's like non-binary.
Yeah.
I mean, well, yeah, he's a fucking. He's like a.
I didn't know.
He's like a gray fucking person.
I didn't know until I was just doing. It was the end credits, and it was like there.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
I mean, like what? I mean, of course,
it's cool. I'm not tripping, but I'm like,
he's like a million different people. Morph is like a different. He could just change it to a girl, a guy. He was Lady Deathstroke. He was Colossus. He's
OP too.
Yeah, he was.
I like them. I like them.
I wonder if he could turn into Storm and use Storm's powers.
That'd be lit.
because that's crazy.
But what I was gonna say is, man,
so
okay,
good, dude. It's
okay,
so good.
all right. So I just started. I'm not started, but I am new to X-Men, and I've just finished the live action ones. And bro, me personally, just an opinion of Avery Harden. If you really love X-Men, I'm sorry, but Jean Grey always got on my freaking nerves.
Yeah,
and she got on my nerves too. It's like, bro, like why would you you pissing me off? Like you always leading Wolverine on, like leave, like I'm gonna leave. Like no, nigga, what are you doing? Like
she does leave Wolverine on, but Wolverine's like in this show, Wolverine, he's like when she says something about there's keeping secrets, and he's like, there's a lot of that going around. It's like he's funny, bro. Wolverine's gangster too, bro.
Yeah. I mean, me personally, man, like I rock with Jean Grey, but like,
so good,
bro, she pisses me off. And and shout out, because you got a lot of people. The internet went crazy when they came out with the trailer, and it was like Rogue got a big booty.
Oh, Rogue, yeah.
Rogue is actually a fine cartoon character.
She's fine.
I'm looking at her, I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, she's
I'm like,
fine.
I see you, Gambit. I see you. Like,
so let's get into the actual episode, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So
another storyline in the second episode.
Another storyline, which is how like Rogue. It was always in the cartoon, in the '97 cartoons, and the 92 to 97 cartoon, like Rogue and Gambit were always flirting. Like it's always like that thing, right? But Rogue can't touch him because if she does, she takes his powers, blah blah, right? So like there's a part which I didn't even catch it when I was watching it, but like how like Magneto and Rogue, like they touched, he took off her glove and they touched, and then Gambit was like was gonna go, he went to go see her, and she wasn't there, and he was sad.
He dropped his little card.
His little card. I'm like, damn, man. Which Gambit is a sick ass character. Gambit's always been one of my favorite characters.
But that shows
shout
you
out to
like
Channing Tatum. He wants to be him.
They have a history. Her and Magneto.
Yeah, which is crazy because I didn't know that. I didn't know they had a little history.
Which is cool,
shit,
man.
If I was Magneto, I'd try to smash too.
Man, that's what I like, dude. I like this, dude. I love the stories, bro. Like, yes, the action is cool, but like, give me like a story. Like the ending of the second episode. I don't want to spoil it. Should we spoil it?
Yeah, let's spoil it. Fuck you guys.
The end of the second. You should watch it.
If you gotta watch it,
before you gotta watch it. But the end of the second episode, Jean Grey has a baby, and like everything's fine and dandy. They might leave her and freaking
that baby is Cable.
You know what's crazy? So now I'm thinking about it. Okay, Jean Grey has mentioned to Cyclops, let's just leave. Let's leave.
Yeah.
And now, the second episode, at the end of the second episode, another Jean Grey comes, which I think is the real Jean Grey.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know who that other person is.
My immediate thought was it was Mystique. Yeah. My immediate thought was, it's been Mystique this whole time, right?
Yeah.
But then I watched some new Rockstar shit, and so there's like some other stuff. But then I also started thinking like maybe it's an alternate dimension, right? Because like, let's be real, this is the first X-Men that's in the MCU. So maybe this whole, and right now we're in the multiverse saga. Shout out above the multiverse, right? We're in the multiverse saga. What if this is happening in another dimension? Or another, like, in the multiverse, and the X-Men whole universe, this animated universe is all contained in its own universe, but this Jean Grey is from another multiverse dimension, and she came in, and she's like, I need the X-Men's help, right?
Yeah.
So they might both be a real Jean Grey, but they might just be from different dimensions, and then we start getting into, like, a different dimensional shit, and bringing in the X-Men into the real live action shit. So I don't know, but I have a lot of theories of what might happen. I know there's actual things like Eric Voss from New Rockstars. He said he saw episode 3, so he already knows, and he kind of like spoiled it at the end of the breakdown. So I kind of know, but I'm kind of hoping it's not gonna. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But either way, it's fucking dope. Like the storyline is good. Like at first people were mad. Like the funniest thing that was going on Twitter when the X-Men trailer came out was people were mad that the X-Men is woke now, right? It's like, oh, blah, blah. When literally Jack Kirby and Stan Lee made the X-Men as a metaphor for the civil rights movement.
Yeah, wasn't it like Malcolm X and Martin Luther
Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. Like that's Magneto and Professor Xavier. So like you can't be mad that it's woke, bro. Why
is it so woke? Is it because of that morph thing?
Not even the morph thing. It's like, even like in the beginning of the trailer, like the intro, right? Like they added like a black character in there and stuff. Like they added a girl.
Always been black.
Yeah, I know, but
Bishop always been black.
Bishop's always been black, yeah. But it's just like, I don't know. The people are just mad. They're like, oh, it's woke. It's like even like the whole thing is about like mutants are like are like minorities and like, you know,
it's been like that since the 60s or whatever when they created it.
It's so funny. I saw a tweet. It was so fucking funny where it was like right wing people watching X-Men, seeing when the Friends of Humanity, when they storm like the senators, and they're like, wait, we're the bad people. Wait, I guess we're the bad ones.
I did not even think about that. That's
like
funny.
Literally like they're storming the Capitol, right? It's literally January 6th. You guys are the bad ones. Sorry, you guys are bad. If you didn't know this, you guys are traitors to America.
That is so funny because like
it's hilarious,
whoever
bro.
created it was like, okay, the election's coming up.
It's charged, bro. It's so charged. Which I think Eric Voss pointed out in his breakdown. He was like, yes, like this is what we want, like for Marvel. Like it's politicized. It's fucking emotionally charged. It's gonna get people talking. Like that's what we want from Marvel. Like it's campy. It's this. It's that. It's like, yes, we want that, dude. We want this fucking craziness, and it's so good. The storyline's so good. The animation style kind of was throwing me off at parts, but I know they did that on purpose, right? Like it's like there's some animation that looks really smooth and really dope, but then there's also some animation that's like kind of like choppy and kind of weird, and I was like, I don't know if I like that, but the whole thing is that they're trying to continue off the 1997 animation style, right? So it's like they take parts of the animation style from 1997, but then also this new updated 2024 animation style that we have that's amazing. So it's so good though, man. I cannot wait to the next episode. Honestly, I cannot wait.
I rock with it heavy. I really do. But me personally, I mean, I'm gonna do it because we are above the multiverse. We're gonna keep watching, but I don't want to hold 5 seasons of this. I want 1 season and then jump into live action.
Live action,
jump into live action. That's my
Which
opinion.
I think is gonna happen.
That's my opinion. Like I don't, you know what I mean? Like
I think whatever happens in the season is gonna bring them into like art because. The thing about Bishop is like a time traveling kind of person. What's going on in Deadpool right now, like with Cable, and I mean Cable's already live action. It's brought it, what I mean? Like it's all there, dude. It's all there.
I mean, it's all there. This thing right here might just jump into Deadpool.
Yeah, because and Wolverine's already gonna be in Deadpool. Cable's already been in Deadpool.
Dang,
and
what if they hit us with a season finale of Deadpool?
That'd be fucking crazy. That'd
be dope.
Like what? Imagine if like at the end of the season, like if they fucking Deadpool like pops in and he's like, hello guys, like he just fucking brings them back to like, which would be dope because I really like this version of the X-Men. Like it's so dope. Like this version of the X-Men are so good, and
that would be actually crazy.
Yeah.
Like or what would be super crazy too if Deadpool was doing his thing and he's like whipping up or doing his thing and the season finale. Hold on, Kevin Feige, I'm cooking. The season finale of even if Deadpool doesn't show up, the season finale of X-Men 97 happens, Deadpool happens, and while he's messing up with time, he goes in. The live action is, the animation is in the movie.
In the Deadpool movie?
He goes in the,
that'd be sick. That'd be so sick.
He goes into the animation, and it's actually in the movie. I don't know, man. I don't know because I know they're like playing with time and TVA and all that, so it can happen. I don't know if they'll do that extreme. I don't know, but I'm just I'm throwing theories in the air.
It's so
because,
good though, man.
Because
it's so
me,
good.
everybody that knows me about above the multiverse is I'm about connection. I'm about it connecting to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
So I'm hoping that this connects to Deadpool at least.
I should have worn my fucking X-Men shirt, man. I wore it for the premiere by myself. But
Kat wasn't here.
She was here. I actually have 2 of the same shirts, and I was gonna make her wear one too, but she was already in bed, so I was like, I'm not gonna make you change. But I was hyped.
But yeah, no, I mean, honestly, man, it's really good. Like I said, the storyline is really good. Like I rock with it. It's I mean, there was hooping too. There was hooping.
They're playing back to like the old school basketball stuff. No powers, which I was thinking. I thought that was so funny because she's like, okay, guys, we're gonna play basketball, but no powers, and I'm like, dude, Beast. It's just Beast. Like he's not gonna, what I mean? Which, by the way, Beast is one of my favorite characters of all time, and like he's so sick. And the whole part where he attacks a Sentinel and then he jumps in the guy's heart and he's like, this is gonna be a great involuntary friendship, and he starts taking over and starts fucking. It's so dope. Man. That was so good, man.
That was dope, man. It's a good show.
X-Men, guys.
It's a good show.
I can't believe we're finally here. It's like one of those things where it's like. you know, for years we've been like, oh, the X-Men is coming, the X-Men is coming, X-Men are coming, blah blah blah, and then it's like, oh, X-Men 97 has been announced, and then it's like, oh, it's like all this lead up, and we're finally here at the moment where we got the first 2 episodes, and it's just like we're in it now, and I'm so ecstatic, bro. I cannot wait.
I was watching the breakdown.
Yeah.
Not breakdown. I thought I was watching Screen Crush.
The Screen Crush where like they broke down all the seasons,
and he was breaking down a lot. I mean, it was a lot to take in. I was just watching it. I was watching it and I was trying to like catch up, and I was like on my phone. But there was a few of them that had Marvel MCU characters in, and I seen the High Evolutionary, fucking Iron Man, Peter Parker. And it's like
even in this episode, if you watch the breakdown from New Rockstars did a breakdown of the first 2 episodes of this X-Men series 97, right? And there's in the very beginning of the episode, there's a part where there's a magazine or a newspaper like that flies by the screen, and if you pause it, like it says pictures by Eddie Brock, text by Eddie Brock, photos by Peter Parker, and it's the Daily Bugle. Oh damn! So it's like Peter Parker and Eddie Brock, who is Venom, are in the X-Men universe, right? So it's like we know that Spider-Man's probably there. You know, it's like yeah. It even says on the Daily Bugle, says, is Spider-Man a mutant? So it's like they're there, bro. Like Spider-Man's there. Like it's all there. It's all there. So we got some good stuff.
You know what's crazy too? I just thinking about it right now, bro.
Black Panther was in it.
This is 97, right? So is this 97 in X-Men years?
Yeah.
So I'm tripping on the fact, like, where is this located? What city are they in?
I think it's supposed to be New York.
Because if this is the MCU, bro, you got so many dang superheroes.
Yeah.
Why are they tripping on mutants?
Well, I think it's an alternate version of our MCU. I think it's like a different dimension.
Okay.
Because if that was the case, where this was the same MCU dimension that we've been seeing, we would have heard more about mutants this whole entire time, right? But I think it's different. I think like they're establishing that this is its own universe where only mutants exist and like Spider-Man exists and stuff, but it's its own dimension, and then we are seeing a different dimension with MCU.
I was gonna say for imagine this is the world. Just imagine that MCU is real life and X-Men was here or whatever. So if MCU I'm sorry. Imagine an MCU in our world right now, right? So back in the 40s or whatever, Captain America was born.
Yeah.
He was Captain America or whatever. It's 50s, 60s, whatever. Captain America is America's hero. He's the greatest. They created him. Now mutants pop up. And they hate mutants, but they love Captain America.
Yeah. Well, technically, Captain America's not a mutant.
Yeah, but he has supernatural powers. So why do you love this one? Why do you love this one but hate mutants?
That's what I always felt weird about. Yeah, I always felt weird about that too. It's like like they have superheroes, but like even like Spider-Man, right? It's like, is Spider-Man a mutant? Like they're like trying to figure it out, and it's like, so wait, if he is, you hate him. If he doesn't, you love him, or
that's
what
I'm saying.
Either way, so like
that's my whole logic now that I'm into the X-Men now, because I'm like, I wasn't before. Like it was just like I knew what they were, blah blah blah, but like now that I'm like studying, I'm like, dang. So like we love Spider-Man, we love Hulk, we love freaking Captain America, but once you say mutant, you're like, oh hell no. Like, you know what I mean? Like what are we doing right here?
It's because the whole thing is that like humans are supposed to be afraid, because like mutants are like the next evolutionary thing, right? It's like how Neanderthals were like, there was all these different race of like Homo sapien type humanoids back in the caveman days, is what they say, right? And like the Neanderthals were the ones who kind of like overcame, and we were like descendants of them, so they killed all the other species of like humanoid people. And so like that's why I think is like this is the next evolution, right? Like it's like mutants, like humans are afraid that the mutants are going to take over, and like everyone's going to be mutants, and the human race is going to die out, even though they're still technically humans, right? Which in the X-Men 90, like the old series, the Master Mold, which is the Master Mold is like the big sentinel that makes other sentinels. He and there's a part where he flips out and he's like, humans are mutants, and so also humans must be destroyed as well. And so then they're like, the Sentinels start targeting humans, and then they're like, oh shit, well we need the fucking X-Men to help us out. You know, it's like, yeah, dude, yeah, like what the fuck.
That's always been funny to me. And it's just not like X-Men. It's superhero movies. Like if you think about, like, they hated Spider-Man, right? Yeah. I think it was Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Yeah.
They're like, F Spider-Man, F him. But it's like, hey, can you save us?
Yeah,
it's like, bro, like, what do you want? Like, what do you want to do?
That's what they do, man. That's what they fucking do.
They love Wale said they love us, they hate us, and they love us again.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy. But man, I like X-Men, man. I rock with 10 out of 10,
bro.
I rock
fucking
with this, man.
Amazing series. I love it. I can't get enough of it, and I cannot wait for it. Dude, like,
it's gonna be every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday, man.
Every Wednesday. So we got some heat coming y'all way, man.
Seriously, every Wednesday it's coming out. I'm excited, bro. And then, you know, we get X-Men is amazing, right? It's the MCU. It's tame compared to what's going on in Amazon with fucking The Boys and fucking Invincible, bro. Yeah. Invincible on Amazon is just 10 out of 10 next level, the greatest show maybe ever made.
Yeah.
It's so
Invincible
good,
is the best animation show I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. The best. No one could compare. Nothing.
I love the animation style and the action that happens in X-Men. Like, I like how it looks, and it's so like visually pleasing. Like how X-Men and like their powers like so cool. Right? I love it. But something about Invincible, like even though it's a little like lower quality, it's like the things that they do in it is crazy.
I'm more on the like the overall vibe. Like this has the best story.
Great storylines.
Like I'm telling you, dude. Like I think this is the single best animation show thing, movie, whatever I've ever seen in my life.
Even when my coworker just said, I'm working at a new place, and this kid that working, he is also named Adrian. Shout out Adrian. If you're watching this podcast, shout out to you, bro, because I gave him the link, you know what I mean? So hopefully you watch it.
Hopefully you watch it, bro.
But he saw me watching the breakdown for the X-Men shit, and he was like, oh, like, what is that? Is that the X-Men thing? Is that the new one? I'm like, yeah, have you watched it? And he's like, nah, I haven't watched it yet. And he's like, but do you watch Invincible? And I was like, hell yeah. I watch Invincible. So like I'm saying, like Invincible, like that, I'm saying like Invincible's the best. And even when me and Avery haven't really talked about anything that's been happening, because we did the Dune breakdown, right? And then we kind of been on this little hiatus, and we haven't really talked about all the stuff that we've been talking about. We just been talking about music and stuff. And so even like Avery called me and he was like, bro, I want to talk about Invincible so bad. And I was like, I know, just save it for the podcast, bro. Let's talk about it on the podcast. But he was like, man, like this is the greatest. And I even, while I was watching it, I was like, these are the greatest storylines of all time for like animation stuff. Like it's so good. And it's not like the main, it's not like there's just one storyline. It's like there's so many storylines and every storyline is amazing, right? And it just keeps going, and you're like, you forget about a storyline even happening. Like today, right? The episode that we're watching, like the guy with the fucking brain thing.
Forgot about that fool.
We forgot about him. And then he comes at the end of the episode and we're like, oh yeah, that storyline is happening too. And that's fucking crazy. Like, you know what I mean? There's so much happening. It's insane.
It's like him with his girlfriend, and then the freaking alien bug stings. Oh, so, then the alien baby.
Yeah.
And then Nolan's up there with the freaking
with the
there's like 10 storylines,
bro. So I don't really remember what happened in the last episode, because I just watched this episode, but I'm trying to think of what happened, because there was a break. Okay. There was a break. Okay, so we watched like season 2 of Invincible came out. There was like 4 episodes, right? And then there was a big break. Episode 5 came out last week, and that episode started off with right after Mark was waking up after getting beaten up by the Viltrumites on Thraxis or whatever, and you know they start rebuilding. The Thraxians are getting older. His little baby brother's there. He saved them, and now they're like, oh, you got to go back to fucking Earth and take your brother with you, right? And so now he has this little brother who is like half fucking bug person, alien,
who I think is gonna be a beast.
He's gonna be a beast for sure. A bug alien kid that now he's taking care of. Nolan, aka Omni-Man, is taken by the Viltrumites, and he's gone. The last thing he said was like, read my books, you know. So he's gone, and then Alan was about to die, the alien that's Mark's friend. He's about to die, and then you find out that he was like, they took at the end of that episode, they shut off his life support. And then you find out that he did it just so that way he could get even bigger and stronger. And now he's a fucking monster, dude. Alan is insane. So now he can fight the Viltrumites. Plus Mark can fight the Viltrumites. Plus the Alan's leader is also a Viltrumite, so like he can fight. So that's 3 people that can fight the Viltrumites. And then Omni-Man's probably gonna turn on the Viltrumites because he's pissed off about this shit. And now the kid, the son. Yeah. That's 5 things. But then 5 people.
Then Mark's finding stuff that can.
And Mark's reading the books that's like finding that there's other things that can fuck up Viltrumites too, like those aliens on that planet. Yeah. And the Infinity Gun. So there's like 7 things that we have that can really fuck up the Viltrumites. So like this whole thing where like this whole season we've been thinking like, oh, there's not like they're doomed, bro. Yeah. Like the Viltrumites gonna come and fuck everyone up. We got a whole like 7 layers of like shit that could happen. Yeah. And that's not
Which is crazy.
And that's just like the main storyline, right? That's like there's all these side storylines, right? Fucking Robot and his monster girl, like they're figuring shit out. Fucking Guardian and the Duplicate, you know, which. When they killed Duplicate, bro, that hurt me. I was sad, but because she's fine. But also, like, I was like, damn, that would have waited. That whole fight scene with the fucking Lizard League and like the Guardians who stayed on the planet.
The coldest part of that whole thing is the part where the little tiny person went into his body, and I thought she's gonna boom blood, but he's like shoot her and blew a bubble.
Yeah, blew a bubble. I was like,
that's crazy.
Dude, honestly, that was like one of the goriest fight scenes I've ever seen in my life, right? If you watch Invincible, you know, like the very first episode of Invincible went viral because that last scene of Invincible where Omni-Man kills the whole Guardians, right? Mm-hmm. And that's like, it was so gory and people were like, whoa, what the fuck is this show? That's what got me into the show. I saw that scene first and I thought like, what is this? Like, I thought it was like a fan-made thing, you know? I didn't even know what it was. I was just like, what the fuck is this? And then I found out it was Invincible. I started watching it and now I'm in love with it, right? But I thought that was the goriest scene. This whole scene with the Lizard League at the end where they're fighting Duplicate and like he's killing her and then he gets both the last 2 duplicates and fucking smashes them together. Yeah. And then Savage. Like the shrinking Ray, how she like went into his eye and blew up his head and then she tried to go into the other guy's eye or mouth or whatever and gets eaten alive and dude, it's crazy. Yeah. And then what's his name? The guy who Rex, yeah. Where he like tries to like light up the thing and he gets his hand bitten off, but then his head blows up. Yeah. It's fucking crazy, dude. It's literally insane.
Yeah.
I was gonna say too, because yes, the episode 5 is what we watched last week, but we just finished like this morning. We just finished watching episode 6. Episode 6 literally starts off with Rex getting shot in the head, dude.
In the head.
I was
and surviving.
Yeah, surviving. What's going on? Like, oh my god, bro, it's so crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, I thought it was gonna be one of those things where like he was gonna be like, oh, like join me or do something, and then like they just shoot him in the head. And I was even gonna tweet or like put it on my Instagram story like this episode just started off with one of the main characters getting shot in the head. Yeah, like that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, what is going on? I don't know if it was you. I think it was you that told me that a show is great when they kill off.
Yeah, when they kill off like main characters, right? Like Game of Thrones, fucking House of Dragons. Like, let's go. Like, you know, which
X-Men, they didn't kill off, but Storm lost her powers.
Yeah,
like that's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
When you do stuff like that, it's like, okay, I don't know what's happening.
There's 2 Jean Greys. Like what? Like what's going on?
That is amazing.
Rogue lost her ass. I don't know what happened to it, you know.
Bro.
She's on a vegan diet now. But bro, yeah, it's crazy. I'm blown away by these shows right now. And Invincible is just getting better and better and better. Like I can't wait to see where they go with this. It's hard to like. I'm so glad that we're getting both of these at the same time, right? It's like X-Men and Invincible at the same time. Like they're both like back to back, right? X-Men comes out on Wednesday, Invincible comes out on Thursday. Yeah. Hype, bro. And like we still have so much to come up to. Like even today, dude, they just fucking released 2 trailers for House of Dragons.
I didn't even see that.
They released 2 trailers, the black trailer and the green trailer, because right, like remember there's like the black squad and the green squad.
Bro,
they released 2 trailers from 2 perspectives.
Crazy right now with television,
crazy.
Bro.
Yeah, it's wild, bro.
You don't understand, bro.
It's wild.
It's I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hard to keep up.
It is.
It's kind of hard to keep up, especially because. Okay.
Well, for me, like podcasts, it's hard for me to keep up on podcasts because like there's a bunch of good podcasts out right now. Like Theo Vaughn was on Tiger Belly, Tom Segura was on Tiger Belly, Ari Hawani's doing shit. Ari Hawani had Conor McGregor on today. I barely caught up on that shit. H3's doing all this stuff. I'm like missing stuff. Like I'm like trying to catch up on all that, but I'm trying to also catch up on all these TV shows, and it's a lot, bro. Like I need to quit my job and just fucking watch TV all day. Like I wish. That's why I need you guys to subscribe, guys. You guys understand? If you guys subscribe, I can stay home and watch TV all day and just make podcasts all day. But you know, it's it's too much, man.
I'm not podcasty, but for sure these TV shows, because I've been trying. Like there was a moment in time where I was like scrolling, and I just, we have so many options. You don't know, but like once this just dropped, and I just got to Gentleman. I just got into what's his name's back, Omni-Man.
Oh yeah,
Invincible's back. Like it's like so many things are coming back that it's a lot. It's a lot to like.
Yeah, it's funny
consume,
how
bro.
It's funny how like there's times in this podcast where we're like, oh, there's not really much going on. Like I don't know, we don't really have anything. And then there's times like this where it's like, dude, we have so much we don't even know what to do with ourselves. Like it's crazy.
Literally
like,
after Dune, there was nothing for like a week.
Yeah,
like a week or two.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's. We were like after Dune happened, we were like, oh wait, the even reason we went to go watch Dune is because like there was really nothing going on, right? There was only like Dune now. Like Dune. Yeah, I know. I love it now, but like at the time, I was like, there's nothing going on. Like I don't even know. I'm watching 90 Day Fiance over and over again. Like you know what I mean? It's like that's all I'm
there
watching.
was nothing actually happening.
So like now that it's like we got this show, X-Men, we got fucking a trailer for House of Dragons. We got they released a trailer for this fucking video game.
Oh yeah,
called like what is it? I don't even know what it's called. Like
you talking about the
it's Black Panther and
it's called
Captain
1943
America.
something.
Yeah, like it's crazy, dude. Like it looks like the craziest game I've ever seen in my life. It's like old school World War II Black Panther. It's T'Challa's grandpa with Captain America fighting, and the animation style looks so fucking good. It looks crazy.
Yeah, I
haven't seen there's no gameplay footage of it yet, so I don't know what it's actually gonna look like as far as gameplay, but the cinematic trailer that they released for the game is like I would watch that movie.
They can't have it be like open world.
Yeah, it's gonna be,
if it's an open world with these racist ass kids.
yeah.
Fuck you, T'Challa, you nigga.
God, dude. I'm Captain America.
Yeah, I don't wanna... That's what I'm saying, bro.
Is there a way to skip the Black Panther parts?
You ever played video games online?
By the way, they're fighting Nazis
with a little white kid. With a little white kid, bro. Like you're the N-word for sure. So imagine a free world, like a GTA version of Black Panther in America.
World War II Nazi America.
Yeah.
My
God.
Yeah, not in America, but
these freaking racist ass kids would have a.
It's gonna be a crazy game though, because it looks insane. Like if you guys haven't watched it, there's a trailer out. Just look up Captain America Black Panther. It's there, but it looks insane, and the storyline looks good.
Yeah,
I'm so curious like what's gonna happen, what it is, what's it about. I had heard about it a while back, but I didn't like see anything about it, so I was like, okay, like there's some Black Panther Captain America game, like that's cool, I guess, but it looks dope. And there's also a Wolverine game being made. Like there's so much shit coming out, dude. It's wild. Also, I just got fucking Suicide Squad for it was on sale on PlayStation game? Yeah, so I got the Suicide Squad game. It got really bad reviews, but it's cool. I'm playing it for the storyline.
Yeah,
you know, but that game's cool too. But it's just so much going on right now. I got that game on sale. I played 2 days, and I haven't even played it since because there's so much to catch up on TV wise. Like I haven't even played video games.
Bro. I got shout out to my life. I got my PS5 back. Well, I bought another PS5, and I got to play video games. I was playing video games again, and now that everything's popped up, I haven't turned my game on.
Yeah, I know.
I've been like I said, I've been watching The Gentleman. X-Men just dropped. Invincible, and then I haven't no way, there's no way, there's no time, there's not enough time in the day, bro.
It's crazy, man. It's so
Plus,
crazy.
There's nothing really popping right now on video games for me, at least. Like 2K is being garbage.
Until Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out,
Grand Theft Auto 6, and
which will take all my time.
What's the name's gonna come out too? I think is another game. GTA 6 is gonna take a lot of time.
There's some games that like came out a while back that I want to play that are probably on sale now that I can get, like the Rick and Morty game. I really want to play that game.
I didn't even know that was a game.
Well, it's not a Rick and Morty game, but it's from the creators of Rick and Morty.
Oh, okay.
They made a game. I forgot what it's called, but like where the gun talks. You ever seen that one?
No.
It looks dope. So like that game I want to play. I got the Suicide Squad game because it was like super cheap because it got hella bad reviews. So I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna buy it. But yeah, there's so much going on right now, and on top of that, not even like superhero related or Marvel related or anything, this documentary comes out, bro.
Now,
that ruined my childhood.
Hold on.
Dude, it ruined my childhood.
I want to say something. Okay, so I've been anticipating this thing for a long time. I don't know.
They have been building it up. For
I don't know where I seen it. I think it's probably on TikTok or whatever. And I was like, yo, this actually looks kind of crazy. Like, Dan Schneider was like this, bro. Like, that's crazy. So, I think it was Jeanette McCurdy that was saying something about it. Anyways, I saw that it was up and running. This is before the hype popped up. I seen it drop, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm on it. So I watched the first 2 episodes before they even dropped. I mean, not before they dropped, but as soon as they dropped. And I was like, yo, because Lisa, you know, we all grew up in a Nickelodeon era. So I was like, hey, you trying to watch this with me? And she's like, oh, hell yeah. So I watched the first 2 by myself, and then she watched the other 2, and then we watched the last 2 together. And it was like, yo.
Yeah, man. It's pretty crazy.
Listen to me, bro. Listen to me, man. Listen.
At the time,
I don't be caring and stuff like this, but like for dude to still have a job, today he still works at Disney.
Dan Schneider? Or
no,
the other guy, the guy who raised.
He still works at Disney. He still works at Disney.
Crazy,
and the other dude too. He's not. I don't think he's working in television, but he's free. Like they only got baby time, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Baby time.
Well, you know why? Because they're white.
Jesus, bro.
This guy was pen pals with fucking the serial killer dude. I forgot his name, but
the clown dude.
Yeah. Gacy, John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah.
This guy, he had he had a painting from John Wayne Gacy in his house. Like he idolized a pedophile serial killer.
I was watching it and I was like, and nobody think this is weird. Like everybody was like, oh yeah, it's cool. Like.
That's the thing, bro. It's so crazy. Like, it makes you like. It made me question. Like, damn, when people say some weird shit to me, I'm gonna be like, yo, that's weird, bro. Like, I'm not gonna like be like, huh, that's weird. And think to myself, but I'm gonna be like, yo, you're weird. That's weird, bro. Like, don't come to me with that shit.
Hey guys, I was just saying. Hold on, I'm sorry. I just gotta tell a story real quick. I'm so sorry. I was just telling Lisa this story that I feel vibes, bro. So I don't know if I ever told you about the time that I went to Australia and one of the dudes that that was like helping me with the tour, he went to jail for murder.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
What? So
okay, I'm gonna try to do a long story short, but I went to Australia, and one of the guys that were helping me book the show, I'm not gonna say his name. Just I'm not thinking it. One of the guys helped me book the shows. He helped me book the shows. We did our thing, and he was actually on some of the shows. He did his thing. Whatever. We cool. Everything's chilling. Everything's vibing.
He performed.
Yes, he performed. Yes, this is probably like I think this is my 2nd time in Australia.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're doing our thing. Everything's good. I go like I'm in the moment. He's chilling. He's vibing. I'm cool. Whatever. I even go to his crib, meet his wife, and his kid.
Yeah, he got a wife and kids.
Yeah. And I meet his wife and his kids, and it's vibes. Everything's good. Until we do a second show in Brisbane. And after that show, he has a boss. And apparently it's like boss for construction, but. I don't know.
It felt weird. Like
it felt super weird. So I'm like, all right, well, let's go. And his boss is in a penthouse suite somewhere in these hotels, and I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Like, and they kind of telling me like, girls is gonna be there. So I'm really like, yeah, I'm coming. Don't pull it up. So we go.
Oh, you went to the penthouse?
Yes. As soon as I get out of the elevator, I'm like, oh man, this feels weird. This feels really weird.
Like you just felt like it's sensitive. Like it just
exactly. And then we go to the room, and I'm like. Oh, nah, I'm not with this. And my boy Reezy's with me. I can say Reezy's name because he didn't do nothing. He's cool. My boy Reezy's with me. I'm like, hey, bro, like, what is this? He's like, I don't know. Like, he's just kind of going with the flow. And we go inside, bro. These dudes is doing every drug you can name. You can see it. Coke, crack. You can see the needle. I didn't see meth, but you can see the needles. You can see the little thing that you.
Oh,
bro. I saw all this and I was like, yo, Reezy, let's go to the store. I dipped right away. I ain't never talked to that dude again. Fast forward a year later, Reezy's like, bro, did you hear what happened to da-da-da-da? I'm like, nah, what happened? He's like, look, he sent me this thing. Bro, he went to jail for beating someone to death. Like,
holy shit.
Yeah, so I'm like, bro, like when you know something's off, you gotta jet. So like, I now I'm thinking about that. Now fast forward to what we're talking about.
Right.
If I seen that in somebody's room, or you know what I mean, I would have been like, oh yeah, I'm not messing with this no more. I'm getting away from this situation.
The one thing though that's crazy about it, right? So if you guys don't know, we're talking about the documentary that came out on HBO Max called Quiet on Set. It's about Nickelodeon and how there was like pretty much just like it was during the time of like our era, the Nickelodeon era. There was all this weird shit happening with like pedophiles and fucking just bad shit with kids, right? Very sexual innuendos and stuff with kids. What I was gonna say though is yes, there's all these weird vibes and stuff, but what makes it crazier is like we're older, so we can be like, oh, that's weird. I don't like that. I don't fuck with that. These are like 8-year-old kids that they're doing this shit to. So that's even like, as a kid, like you're just like, oh, that's weird. But like, what are you gonna say? These are adults. Like, think about like even growing up, like it was always weird. Like I always like looked up to people. Like I always like, oh, these people are older than me. They're bigger than me. Like I never question anything. It was always like, even till this day, I still kind of feel like I still see myself as like young, and I feel young, and I look at people and I'm like, oh, they're older than me, but then I'm like realize that I'm actually older than them, you know, and I'm like, oh, that's weird, like I'm actually older than you. But it's like that mentality, and it's weird. So I feel like it's just even creepier and weirder that they were like doing this around kids, bro. Like that's some nasty ass shit. Like it's crazy. And what's crazy is like these are shows that we grew up on, right? Like this is all that, bro. Like crazy story. I was telling Kat, I loved all that so much. I auditioned to be on all that, bro.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like me and my mom recorded me like doing a sketch. Like we sent in a tape. Like when they had like they were like, we're looking for a new cast member for all that, and like I sent in an audition tape trying to be on all that when I was a little kid because I loved all that much. And I was like, I could do it. I'm gonna be the next fucking dude. And I was telling Kat, I was like, thank God I didn't get that fucking role, dude. Like I was a cute kid, bro. They would have tried to get me, you know. Like, I ain't trying to get that. So like I was just like, oh man, like it's like a gift and a curse kind of thing, right?
I feel like they can't. Me personally, I feel like they can't do that to nobody from the hood.
Well,
get your hand on my booty, nigga.
But even like, was that Cat Williams? Cat Williams. Cat Williams shit. That was Cat Williams. Where he talked about he's like they would never be able to get my kid because like my kid be like, what? You nasty? Like, no, my daddy told me not to. Yeah. He's like, my kid will never get
egg, nigga.
But like that's what like that. But even Cat Williams was talking about it in his special all the way back then. You know, that's what's crazy is like so it's wild to think. But they were doing it to like even like in the thing that is like wild, right? There was because I loved hip hop, right? I loved rap even when I was that little. Like in first grade, I was like obsessed with rap and hip hop, right? But I also loved comedy. I loved all that because all that combined comedy and hip hop and all this stuff, right? So like one of my favorite sketches back then was yo little embryo yo. Like he was a rapping the youngest rapper ever. He was a rapping fetus, and I always used to think that was so funny. I was like, oh, this is so fucking.
Did you look at it
but
weird?
I didn't think about it weird. Now I do.
Yeah, I looked at it.
Now I was like, oh no, not little embryo. Don't ruin that little embryo for me, dude.
As a kid, I was like,
damn,
that's actually weird.
Yeah, it is weird, bro. Like I didn't think about it, but as a kid, you don't think about it, right? Like, and even Kat, because Kat didn't grow up watching all this stuff, right? So she's watching it with me, and she's like, you didn't think any of this was like weird? And I'm like, I didn't catch any. At the time, I just thought it was like silly. Like the pickle man, like pickle man. Like I thought it was dumb.
That was
but I was
weird.
like, yeah, it's weird now to look back on it. But when I was a kid, I was just like, oh yeah, pickles are funny. They're silly. It's like a funny, weird thing. It's like like okay, like that's a weird fruit. It's a weird thing. Like you pick the weirdest thing, like to be like oh, I'm rug man and I love rugs and like I can lay down on the floor. Look at me, I'm a rug. Like it's just stupid, right? But it's like, yeah, pickles are just like a silly weird thing. But as an adult seeing it and as an adult writing it, like you know what you're doing. When Ray Romano's in the fucking room and there's like the hole cut out and he's like puts the pickles in there, I'm like, that's a glory hole. Like as an adult I'm seeing it, but like as a kid I was like,
that's wild.
Oh, like I just thought it was funny. Like, you know what I mean? I was just like, oh, that's silly. Like pickle man, he's always popping up, you know. But like this dude fucking, like, let's be frank here, he raped fucking Drake Bell. Like this is crazy. Like he did some like crazy shit, and even that Drake Bell wouldn't even speak about, bro, which is wild, dude. It's crazy, man. It's so crazy. I don't know, man. The whole thing was wild. Dan Schneider, like, although he didn't do anything overtly like physical to anybody.
Did you see his apology video?
Yeah. I mean, like, not. I mean, I saw like the interview, like clips of the the interview where he was doing the interview with that dude who was on one of his shows, and I was like, I mean, he did create some great shows. Let's be real, like Kenan and Kel, fucking all that. Like, I wasn't really into like iCarly and Victorious and all that shit.
Yeah,
like,
I was definitely. I was definitely.
But Amanda Bynes show, like I watched Amanda Bynes show, like and you know what's funny is, when they started talking about Dan Schneider, I didn't think anything of it. Like I wasn't like I didn't think about Dan Schneider. But when I saw him, I was like, "Oh, that's that dude who was always on the Amanda Bynes show."
Yeah, he was in Good Burger too.
Yeah, he was. Oh, yeah, he was in Good Burger. He was their
manager.
boss.
Yeah, he was the manager. But so my
what
thing,
the fuck? I didn't even think about that, dude. I've always seen that guy.
My thing with Dan Schneider is like I'm not saying anything yet until I hear that Jenna McCurdy. I need to know what she thinks like of this dude because she has some dark something that she's.
I mean, she wrote about it in her book, but she wrote about it in her book but it was like. It was like emotionally abusive, right? It wasn't like that he like did anything physical. I want to know what happened to Amanda Bynes. That's what I want to know. Yeah. Because I feel like if anyone knows some shit, it's Amanda Bynes. The way that how close they were, like that was some weird shit. Like how like she was like always on him and always like hugging him and always touching him and he was always like on her back. That was so much shit. And look how crazy she is now. You know what I mean? So like that's some weird shit.
You know what I think about Amanda, low key? This is just how I feel. I feel like she ain't had nowhere to go. Like her parents were controlling. And like, then you got this dude Dan who like you low key probably think is a creep. So like you don't really want to go to him. So like you just turn to.
I mean, look at her now. Like she like shaved her eyebrows. Yeah. She like has like a weird like she has faces on her tattoos on her face. Like she's wild.
It's the same thing with Orlando Brown. It's like you don't have nowhere to go. Like who do you go to? So you.
Orlando Brown was fucking like everyone. He was fucking like Diddy and like 50 Cent. Like,
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't want to say pretty sure, but I feel like Orlando Brown be capping about a lot of stuff.
He's lying about everything he says, dude. Nothing he said is real. That's why it's so stupid. You'll never know what he's saying.
I feel like he's one of those people who like you don't have anywhere to go. So where else do you go?
But the point is, right, that like all these people, like if you look at it, all these kid actors, all these kid people in the industry, they're all fucked up. Like, and why is that, right? So, like, it's because there's these adults who are taking advantage of them while they're kids in this industry. And, like, you know, I mean, it's weird, man. It's so weird seeing everything. Like, as I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember that guy. Oh, I remember that girl. Like, oh, that's crazy. I grew up watching all that, like, religiously. I was at home watching all that every single, week. You know what I mean?
The craziest thing is when I didn't even know the Brian dude, the nasty ass fool. I didn't know that fool. Like I didn't know until.
I mean, I remember Pickle Man.
That's what I'm saying. Until they showed like, oh shoot, he was on there. And I'm watching it before Drake talks, and I'm like, he is like a little off. And then Drake says, and I'm like. Yo, like you look at it now, like go back and look at the pickle thing, and like look at the way he is. It's like, hey, yo, freaking weird boy.
But like that's the whole thing is that they're approving all that shit. So it's like, and that's one of the big not controversies, but one of the big things that I've seen like on Twitter about it and stuff is like yes, they talk about this whole breakdown, they do all these things, but the one thing that Dan Schneider says is like everything was approved by executives, right? Well, who are these executives? Like, why aren't we talking about these executives? Who was approving all this shit? Who was like saying like, oh yeah, this is cool. This is okay, like right? It's like that's also weird. The whole Ariana Grande stuff is bad, dude.
Yo,
that's weird.
That thing where she was like upside down. I never watched that.
Well, those clips came out like before this documentary, like, and there was like it was going viral on TikTok where it was like, look at all these weird clips from Ariana Grande.
I never watched that show, but like I said, I was watching it with Lisa. Yeah, and she's like, oh yeah, I've seen this like because it's a girl show, so I never seen it. But I'm watching, I'm like, yo, like. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy,
squeezing the juice out of the potato and all that shit, and like her upside down with the thing,
and
or putting her foot.
Her voice is like, I won't say it's her fault, but she's very like cutesy, like so it's like, like you know what I mean, like so.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
They know very like,
and if it was kids being kids making this, then you're like, okay, it could be excusable. But the fact that you know that it's an adult making it and you know what they're saying, like you're seeing the behind the scenes of like where they're like, oh, like even the part where she's like the girl's like squeezing the lotion or something like that, and then she like or she's trying to break the it was Britney Spears' sister, where she's trying to like Jamie Lynn Spears, and she's trying to rip the thing, and it like pops on her face, and then like the writer chick says that she was there, and like the cameramen were like, that's a cum shot. Like they know what they're doing, you know what I mean? So it's like you guys are sexualizing kids, which is like, dude, what are you doing? Like you're making shit for pedophiles, or are you like, oh, you know what? It's like some weird. It's some weird shit, bro. I did not like that whole thing. It definitely ruined my childhood, bro. Like I was not into it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy, man?
It's crazy.
I think the craziest part about this whole thing is like now someone spoke out about this. I feel like a Disney one's gonna come some way somehow. But I low key feel like Disney's big enough to be like, yo, chill that out. Chill that out. Here's some bread. Don't say nothing. I got you.
I want to hear from Raven. I want to hear from Raven.
Raven
will speak up.
But Raven, they treated her well. I think.
You think so? She's kind
of breaded up,
but she's kind of kooky. She's kind of kooky, bro.
Yeah, but
which is like makes me think that some shit probably happened to her too.
I feel like she's very successful. Like
what about her redheaded friend, the white girl with the red hair that was her friend on That's So Raven? She would speak up.
Oh, probably.
Get an interview with her.
But the craziest part is we want Orlando Brown to speak up, but he's not credible. He's not credible.
He does speak up too much. That's his problem. He talks too damn much, and he needs to shut the fuck up forever, dude.
Yeah, Orlando Brown is so funny.
What about her little brother? Maybe he seems sensible.
No,
maybe,
but he hasn't had a bad. He's
bad
like
experience.
He's normal. Like I feel like he hasn't had a bad experience because he's like a normal like kid. And his other brother too was actually on Nickelodeon. His brother's name is Corey Massey or whatever. I forget, but he's sensible too. Like they're fine. They're not like messed up kids. Like I want to hear from Lindsay Lohan. Like she was messed up. Mary-Kate and Ashley, they were messed up.
Yeah. And so many though. Like so many people. Britney Spears, fucking Jamie Lynn Spears, Aaron Carter who fucking killed himself. Like all these people, bro. Like there's like you know it's crazy shit, dude. Like Corey Feldman, he's spoken up on it. Like he's like the original child actor that like spoke up on like how there was pedophiles and all this shit in the industry and like molested him and all this stuff. So there's like tons of stuff like this that's always come out. Even at the very last episode, they start showing clips of like all these different celebrity kids who like grew up in the industry, and I'm like, dude, all of these kids are fucked up. It's weird. Like there's a correlation here that all these people are fucked up, and it's crazy for me. And it's one of those things where I'm like, you know, I think about it like where when I was a kid, that's all I wanted, right? I was taking acting classes. I was going to theater stuff when I was a kid. Like I wanted to be in acting. I wanted to be that. And to me, I was just like, and it's probably true, I probably wasn't good enough, right? Like I'm not good enough, I'm not talented enough to be in that industry or to be an actor at the time. But there's a part of me that's also like, maybe that's God protected me. You know what I mean? Like God protected me, but didn't give me that role, didn't put me in that industry, didn't give me the chance to do that. And to me, I'm like, damn, I just sucked and I wasn't good enough. Or maybe it's like God protecting me, being like, nah, you don't want to be in this industry, bro. Like, because I don't want you to be fucked up. Like, God is like my protector, right? So it's like, if that's the case, like, then I'm good, right? I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm sensible, I'm smart, I know what I'm doing. I don't have a bad. Nothing ever bad has happened to me, so like that's good. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, like I'm kind of glad I never got in there. But at the same time, I always wanted it, right? So it's like, damn, did I not get it because I wasn't good enough, or did I not get it because like that was God's way of protecting me from not being in that shit? Because what it seems like is everyone that was involved in it's had some bad shit happen. You know who? Except for Zero, which shout out Zero. That's different.
Shout out to what's it called? But I was gonna say, you know who JJ is? Little JJ?
Yeah. I saw that he posted. He
was like,
I cancel my show. Like nobody touching my ass. Like that.
It's like that. I feel like that's real. I feel like like somebody's like, oh yeah, I ain't trying to get a hand.
What I'm hoping for is I hope that a lot of these kids that like we like forgot about start coming out. Right, because even like they said something about how like someone got molested or something on the show My Cousin Skeeter, and I was like, damn, I loved My Cousin Skeeter. Remember that show, My Cousin Skeeter?
Yeah, wasn't it?
Who was the guy who was his cousin? Who was the guy? Like, his actor? He was like a light skinned dude with like light eyes. I forgot his name.
I think he was in
like a lot
Coach
of movies. Yeah, he was in a lot of movies and stuff. I wonder if he has anything like like I'm so curious to see like what they experience, what they're willing to talk about and stuff. The biggest thing too, the big thing that came out of this too was like the Ned Declassified School Survival Guide people.
Oh my god,
where they're like joking about it, which honestly I was telling Cal, I'm like, that's wild because I love Ned's Classified School Survival. That was like one of my favorite shows of all time. Like I love that show, but they are wild.
Yeah, but little Shorty, it's a girl. It's the girl in there.
Yeah,
Lindsay Shaw or something like that. Which I used to love her, bro.
The main chick. Yeah,
I used to think
she was so hot. Yeah,
she's a wild like character.
They were talking about how like they used to like hook up on set and shit.
Yeah, and the crazy. So
it's crazy.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about she's like was doing some like low key racist stuff on TikTok or whatever.
Dude.
And
are they still friends with the black kid? That's what I want to know. Like,
he's on their podcast.
Oh, it's all them three.
Yeah, he's showing love to them, which is crazy. So I don't know, man. I used to love her, but like
get an interview with Coconut Head, man.
She's weird. She's weird now.
It's so interesting, man. It's such a like a weird industry and such a weird like Tofu's trying to break through this fucking door right now.
Well, he's opening it.
Oh, he is opening it. What the fuck, dude? You know what's crazy?
Funny,
Side note,
bro.
real quick. Pause. He's opening the door. What the hell? There was a time when I was looking for Tofu everywhere, and I was like, where the fuck is this motherfucker at? And I opened the garage, and he was in here, and I'm like, how'd you get in here? Look at him. He just figured out how to open the door.
Yeah, he's about to figure it out.
He's using it. Oh my god.
He has to open it. He's smart, dude. Now he's trying to figure out how you gotta open it
and come in. Now. He's done it before.
Dude, he's funny, bro.
God damn this fucking cat, man. Oh, almost got it.
Yeah, he almost has it. That is hilarious, anyways. Bro.
Oh, this guy, man. But yeah, so there's just been a lot of shit going on, man. Like, it's crazy. Like I said, the House of Dragons trailer just came out, so like we got that coming out.
I gotta watch that.
I think I saw something where it was like in June and January, or something like that. We're gonna have House of Dragons coming out at the same time. Ring of Power season 2. The Boys, like all these shows all at one time, plus Deadpool coming out. Like it's gonna be crazy.
It's
like,
gonna be a hot summer.
Like this summer's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be a hot summer.
I need to get in shape. No, I'm gonna be. I need to look like Alan from.
I'm on my
someone put me on life support and cut it off.
I'm on my right now, y'all. So bear with me, man. I'm back on my intermittent fasting. I already lost like 4 pounds. So yeah.
There we go, bro. Yeah. I've been eating good too. I've been eating real good. So like I've lost weight. I'm starting to.
Yeah,
tighten up. I have to get my arms.
My joint's still here, but it's going down.
I need to get on that Smith diet, whatever he's doing with it, because Smith be looking like a fucking like the human version of the Hulk right now. I don't know if you've seen him, but he looks like a fucking monster.
Nah.
So I'm trying to like work out like this guy, but I'm not that dedicated. I don't really care that much, but I want to. But yeah, man, it's crazy, man. Like there's a lot of shit going out. Side note though, just on a little like because we talked about all the stuff that we're going to talk about today, but Avery, he wants to talk about The Gentleman, and I'm curious to hear about it because I love that movie, The Gentleman. So like, there's a show about The Gentleman, right? That's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
But real quick before we get into that,
shout out Guy Ritchie, man.
Yeah, Guy Ritchie's dope.
You are amazing.
Have you ever seen King Arthur by Guy Ritchie?
Now I have to watch all his movies.
You should watch King Arthur, bro. It has Charlie Hunnam in it. It's good, bro. Yeah, it's so dope. I liked it. Well, go ahead and go into The Gentleman. Well, I'll get to my thing at that.
I'm going back to our
weekly recommendations.
Yeah, weekly recommendations, man. You guys should watch The Gentleman. First of all, before you watch the actual show, you should watch the actual movie.
Oh, so it is like a part of the movie?
No, it's not a part.
But it's like it?
Yeah, it's not a part of it, but I would recommend to watch that first to realize how this works. Like what's going, you know what I mean? Like how Guy Ritchie kind of like shoots and like, you know what I mean? Like the surprises.
So this is his show?
The surprises that might happen, you know what I mean? So I me personally, because I watched The First Gentleman, I'm watching this and I'm like, okay, who is it? Where is he? You know what I mean? I'm not.
Oh, you're not falling into the traps,
exactly.
Right? Like that they're setting up.
So I mean, you can watch this. It's a standalone. It has nothing to do with the first one. But me personally, I like to be in the movies or in the shows or movies, whatever, and like try to think like, okay, who's this guy? Who? Why? You know what I mean?
What is it on?
It's Netflix.
Is it on
Netflix? Okay, yeah, okay. Netflix. But it's so good, dude. Okay. It's so good. Like to the point where shout out Mason. I put it as like best show on Netflix, and Mason was like, I'm binging it right now. So like, I don't usually get a rise out of like people, but like shout out Mason. That was cool. That he was like another one of my homies was like, yo, this show is crazy. So it's good, man. It's really. Exciting.
I love the movie. So like, that was one of the best movies that I've seen. Yeah. So like, I'm down for that.
Yeah. So I mean I'm on episode 5 and it hasn't been revealed what's really
what's really going on.
Who's kind of, you know what I mean?
Running shit.
So I think
Okay.
I think it's good. Like it's a mystery, man. I love it. Okay. I love movies. I love movies and shows like this.
I need a new show because I'm on some weird shit right now, dude.
Yeah, 90 Day Fiance. What is it called? Love and Blind.
Okay, okay. So Avery called me the other day and he was like, "Bro, like you are always watching these reality TV shows and shit, and like, it'd be cool as if we made our own reality TV show, which that's for another day we'll talk about. But and I've been thinking of ideas, but
you gotta watch Could Have Been Records.
Is that the Drewski? Drewski stuff? Yeah.
I hated Drewski doing the Could Have Been Records, but
it's funny.
He just started doing a reality show about it, and I'm like, dude, reality shows are pretty cool.
Yeah, reality shows are amazing, bro.
So his reality shows on YouTube, but anyways, go say what you. I keep interrupting you.
No, you're good. You're good.
I feel like you had something to say. You had something to say before.
Because I'm watching this show right now that me and Kat found just randomly. I don't even know how. I don't even know how we. I think we were gonna watch because we never watched Peacock, right? I think there was something on Peacock that we were gonna watch.
The Office.
Nah, there was something on Peacock we were gonna watch, and we were just like, we opened up the thing, and I was like, oh, we actually have Peacock because I have it from someone else, right? So I was like looking at it, and one of the top shows on there was this show, a reality TV show. It's called From Couple to Throuple.
From like a 2 lovers to 3?
Yes, bro, and it is wild, bro. It is crazy, and like I'm like 90 Day Fiance is wild. All these shows are wild, but Love Is Blind was wild, right? That was good. But this show, it's about couples who are open to adding a third into their couple, and they're trying to make a throuple, right? So it's like 4 different
not
couples.
Not just a threesome, but like an actual relationship.
Yes, but there's definitely just threesomes happening the whole entire fucking show, right? And it's like basically it's like 4 couples, like one like guy and girl, guy and guy, and another guy and girl. There's a black couple on there that's like a kind of a hood dude with like this like a hot ass black chick that they're together and they're trying to find like a girl that they're gonna be with, but. He's looking like a player every single time. Like they do the interviews and he's like sitting in the middle of both girls and he's just like, yeah, man, I really like this show. It's fun, man. I'm like, dude, like, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do like this show, bro. I bet you do. Like it's wild, bro. It is such a wild show. But basically, it's like 4 couples and then all these singles and like. It starts off with like, oh, they're all open to all these things, and they're like, okay, like if you're interested, any of the singles, if you're interested in joining one of these couples, step forward, right? So like they're like, okay, like the guy and the girl, if you're interested in them, step forward, and then the couple gets to pick who they want to spend the week with, and then they spend a week with them, and like date them and like mess with them and do stuff with like hang out with them for a week, get to know them, and then at the end of the week they have to decide if they want to stay in that throuple, or swap them out for someone else. But if they stay, the single person that's in their group, in their throuple now, can also decide if they want to stay or if they want to get swapped out and go to maybe another couple. So it's like they're constantly like swapping people, and it is wild, bro. And then they bring in another couple, and then they bring in 2 more new singles. It's wild, bro. It is wild. And they show titties on there. They're showing them in bed together. Like they're not showing them like having sex and stuff, but there's like some definitely like. They're having sex, bro. Like they're sharing a bed together. Like it is wild, bro.
It's like in a house thing, like a
they're like in a resort, like in like fucking the Bahamas or something. And it's like it's crazy, bro. Me and Cass saw it, and I like as a joke, like I'm like scrolling through and I see it, I'm like, what the fuck is this? And it starts playing like the trailer, and I'm like, what is this? And Cass, I'll put it on, let's just watch it. And I'm like, and now we're fucking 7 episodes in, and I'm just like, this is crazy. Yeah, I was watching that last night, dude, before Invincible.
You gotta come up with your show, bro.
I mean, the one thing I think about is it's just
you watch so much of it, bro.
I mean, my dream is to be like a reality TV producer. Like, I think that'd be fucking amazing, because like the things that these, like every time I watch a reality TV show, like I don't think about like the reality TV show. I think about it from like the producer's aspect, and I'm just like, this is gold. Like when on Love Is Blind, when she said like, oh, people tell me I look like Megan Fox, and he's like, Megan Fox. Like my mind was like, oh, the internet's gonna love this, dude. The internet's gonna eat this up. And my mind as a producer was like, damn, like this is. I know the producers' eyes turned to like money signs when they saw that. They were like, well, this is it. This is the moment right here that's gonna blow us up. Like, it's wild. So I think about it like that, you know. And it's crazy, man. But Yeah, if you guys want to watch something a little crazy, Couple to Throuple on Peacock is definitely one of those shows, bro. It is definitely one of those shows, bro. It is crazy. But yeah, anyways, I don't know. There's tons of stuff out right now. There's so much to consume, man. I don't even know what to do with my life. Like I'm trying to get all this shit out. I gotta work on this podcast. Avery has a show tonight.
Yeah, I have a show tonight. Shout out to Vandit. We have a show.
Another show on Saturday.
Yeah, this coming out Friday.
This coming out on Friday.
We have a show
tomorrow.
Saturday. Tomorrow.
Yeah. The
23rd,
right in Hollywood, North Hollywood. If you're watching this on Friday when it comes out, you're watching the premiere. You get to this part, and you want to come to Hollywood and watch us perform. We're gonna be out there, bro. So
North Hollywood,
far
North
as
Hollywood,
fuck,
like Universal Studios, far. Yeah, I know. That's super far. Actually,
it is so far.
But if you're in LA, it's not far from you. We live in Orange County, so it's far from us.
It is far.
But yeah, if you live in LA, pull up, man, at 8 p.m. And yeah, man, shoot, dude, I haven't performed. I mean, I performed once this year, but.
The one thing my mom was like, tell Avery to get more shows in Orange County, and I was like, Avery already told me he's retiring from LA, so like, Orange County,
sure.
Orange County's where it's at from now on.
For sure, I'm trying to
tap in this market over here.
Yeah, I'm trying to pop over here, but we figured it out because I'm trying to do some more stuff that I gotta say off camera, but
yeah.
But yeah, man, if you're in LA Saturday, which is tomorrow, from you watching this on Friday. We will be at Go Off Studios in North Hollywood.
Yes,
pull up on us and come hear this good music because we have never performed Energy.
Yeah,
and
this album, I don't think you really performed this album that much, right? Have you?
Yours is gonna perform.
Yours will be
FTV.
there. You guys know him.
So yeah,
it's gonna be dope, bro.
It's gonna be good.
Do you know anybody else that's coming to the show?
Joe's is coming.
Oh, really? Dope.
Yeah, I had to like beg her to come because I was like, I just want somebody cute at my merch table so I could buy some people to buy merch. She's like, oh yeah, I'll pull up. So Joe's is coming for sure. And I know some other people bought like tickets. So
okay, dope.
So we'll see what's up.
My mom was gonna buy a ticket, and then she's like, "Wait, where's it at?" And I'm like, "North Hollywood." She's like, "Oh yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna go." I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "You don't have to go if you don't want to. It's
that's
fine."
Far, man.
Yeah, it's far.
It's really far.
It is what it is. But yeah, so guys, it's tons of shit going on. I'm glad to be back. The podcast's still popping. Don't think we forgot about you guys. I'm constantly thinking about it. It's just my schedule's crazy, so I got to figure out like days we can actually record and try to get all this stuff done. And I even tomorrow I work at 4 a.m. tomorrow, so like I gotta like as soon as we're done with this, I know Avery got to start getting ready for his show. I gotta just start editing and try to get this rendered and all this shit before it's too late because I have to work at 4 a.m. So that means I gotta go to bed early, which means I gotta render this video and I gotta upload it to YouTube and I gotta make all the thumbnail and all the shit, which I already got that made. But yeah.
So I wonder what you got. I'm curious.
I mean, it's just. I honestly, I thought we were just gonna talk about X-Men and Invincible, so like that's a thumbnail. But now I gotta add some like Nickelodeon shit. I gotta add some fucking
because the Nickelodeon stuff's going crazy right now. So we're getting clicks off of that for sure.
Yeah. Because I feel like that I didn't expect to talk about it that much, but we did. We talked about it a lot, so that was good.
Because that was part of my childhood, man.
Yeah, I know. Damn,
freaking crazy.
Can't believe they did that to. And like they show Kel so much. It makes me wonder too about Kel. Because Kel's kind of weird, and he kind of fell off. Like, that was kind of some weird shit. I wonder if Kel went through some shit.
Nah, Kel didn't go through... I
wonder if Kel went through some, like...
No. He...
Like, but not even, like, sexual shit. Maybe some, like, racist shit or, like, some, like,
No. Oh, yeah, it could have been because his faith. He's, like, Christian. So, like, he's big Christian. So, I feel like that had something to do. And I know him and Keenan were beefing at one point. But like they're cool now, but yeah, I don't think they did anything weird.
Did Good Burger 2 come out?
Huh?
Did Good Burger 2 come out already?
It was fun. It wasn't like it was cool. It was fun, but it's on Paramount Plus if you want to watch it.
Right.
It was good. It was a good watch, but it wasn't like.
I mean, with all the shit coming out right now, that's kind of at the bottom of my list.
Yeah,
but
well,
maybe I'll watch it.
Shout out to Kel, man, because he actually reposted Like A one time.
Oh shit!
You ever see that?
Oh yeah.
Like and I was like dressed like him.
Yeah.
So he showed love. So shout out to Kel. But yeah, I don't know. I wasn't in any rooms with Kel, but I feel like because Kel is such a Christian and he was such a
I feel like we could be friends with him if he's like Christian and he's proposed to you and he likes your music. Like I feel like we could be friends with him. He probably lives out here.
I showed him. I showed him so much love, but I never like reached out.
We can probably get him to come to a show, and he'd probably fuck with this.
I gotta do another Kenan and Kel type
I
video.
mean, let's just be friends with them. I just want to know more about Nickelodeon, bro. Like that's the funniest thing is like I think people like people like want to meet celebrities, so like you know, and not to like sound like boastful, I guess, but like I've met a lot of celebrities, right? But it's like it's one of those things where it's like you meet them and you're just kind of, everything's very surface, right? But I want to be friends with someone that's into like I want to be friends with Kel because I want to know shit. I want to know. I want him to be like, yo, one time I was on Kenan Kel and Dan Schneider.
Yeah.
Try to tickle my booty, you know what I mean? I'm gonna get the exclusives, guys. We got the exclusives on ABOV The Multiverse.
He's trying to take off my booty. He's trying to grab a hand, check eyes.
You said you want a good burger too? Damn, he ain't never gonna be our friend now. Damn it, fuck. I fucked it all up.
That is funny.
Oh shit. But
he
anyways,
said
guys.
Dan Schneider trying to grab a hand chuckle full of ass.
Damn, man.
No.
Fuck.
See, I'm sorry.
Shout out, Kel, man. You know, I still want to be friends with you, man. We're friends with Zero, you know me, so.
I'm sorry.
But
I'm
anyways,
sorry. I'm
man.
sorry. Drake Bell, if you see this, I'm sorry.
Drake Bell, if you need anything, you know, I ain't got nothing for you, but you know, maybe we can.
You come on the podcast.
Yeah, you come on the podcast. We talk about. We can be friends.
Yeah.
Like, if you just need like some real friends that are just gonna like not make you feel weird and want shit from you, you know, that's come hang out with us, bro. Yeah, come hang out with us, bro. UFC 300 is coming up, you know. So, anyways, but we got a lot coming up, guys. A lot of stuff to be excited about. I can't wait for next week. King Kong versus Godzilla comes out next week. You want to watch that?
Damn! So we'll hit y'all with like a 3-piece combo.
Yeah,
X-Men, Invincible, and
Godzilla versus King Kong. So stay tuned for next week, guys.
3-piece combo.
Yeah, guys, I cannot wait, man. Things are looking good, man. Things are looking real good. It's so funny. I think about times where like I'm reflecting on times where we've been on this podcast and I'm like, man, we got nothing. I'm like kind of like weird.
The sad
day, yeah.
The sad thing was crazy.
Yeah.
We didn't have anything to talk about.
Yeah, dude, that was wild. Jonathan Major shit, that was wild. You know, so it's nice to be in these times, man. So I appreciate it. If you guys are here for this ride, man, enjoy. You know, it's up and down on this podcast, and I love it, man. So stick with us. We're gonna come to you next week with some cool ass shit. But you know, remember, like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram and TikTok, all that stuff. Before TikTok goes away forever, and you know, that's it, man.
Yeah, TikTok's about to dip. TikTok's about to go crazy.
Yeah, TikTok's dead, so it's all good. We'll find the next platform. So maybe we'll make our own platform. You know, who knows?
Maybe we should just be on a VPN so we could pop on TikTok. Because a lot of Americans won't be on there now. So
interesting.
We can go crazy in other countries.
Yeah, a reality TV show from thruple to fruple. We'll be on there. So. But anyways, guys, we love you guys. We appreciate you guys for watching. It's been another episode of ABOV The Multiverse. Peace.